That Horror Couple. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Rob.
And we just got back from seeing In a Violent Nature.
Oh, yeah.
And we're ready to talk all about it.
And sometimes in nature, you disagree.
Yeah, that's true. We disagree on this one, guys.
People ask us all the time, that horror couple, is there ever a time you disagree?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, in the theaters, the lights came up, and I was like, yeah!
And I was like...
Yeah, Kaylee was like, yeah.
It's not my thing, really. I wasn't a huge fan, no.
It's like after we get it on, and I'm like, yo, that was good! And she's like, and I'm like...
Oh my god. Let's get into the movie, guys.
That horror couple.
Oh yeah.
That horror couple.
It's us.
That horror couple. That horror couple. And they talk about horror.
Like and subscribe. When a locket is removed from a collapsed fire tower in the woods that entombs the rotting corpse of Johnny, a vengeful spirit spurred on by a horrific 60-year-old crime, his body is resurrected and becomes hell-bent on retrieving it.
Cobra Kai, Johnny?
Yeah, asshole. I clicked all the buttons. I still can't find the internet.
Nope. Different Johnny.
Different Johnny.
Directed by Chris Nash, starring Rye Barrett, Andrea Pavlov, and Cameron Love.
Usually we do likes, dislikes, so I just do the likes and you do the dislikes.
Sure. To kick off our likes, I have to say I loved the whole cinematography of this film. It felt like you were running around Camp Crystal Lake. That's what it felt like.
This movie was very self-aware of what it was, and they knew who their target audience was, and it felt like a Jason film. It felt like Friday the 13th. It felt like something like that, or something to that effect. Like I just love the backwoods vibe. I love the hillbilly characters,
like Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Friday the 13th type kind of thing.
And this killer Johnny was very Jason looking to me. I mean, I got totally Jason 3.
Like he could be his cousin or something.
Yeah, this is like Richard Berker.
Yeah,
he just looked like Jason.
He had a good look. Yeah, the killer had a really cool look.
I'm not saying it was a ripoff of Jason, but the look was very Jason-ish. This is a slasher film, dude. At a time when we didn't have, how long's it been since we had like a backwoods slasher Friday 13th style movie?
They make Tubi movies like that, I think, sometimes, but like a mainstream.
I'm talking about the whole lawsuit that's going on with the Jason thing.
We haven't had a Friday movie since 2009.
It's been a long time, so like to see a movie like this to me was very like refreshing and very like, yeah, this is what we need. Kick ass, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Sleepaway Camp, Friday 13th, The Burning. It falls into that category, and I that's what I love the most about this film.
With the atmosphere, yes. And another like was actually, I don't think there was really an original score or anything throughout the movie, so the sounds were very like alerting, very scary, like a foot steps on a stick and it crunches and everybody's like because you cannot even, there's not even a score, like there's no like what's his name, Harry Manfredini score or anything going on, you know. So it's like really eerily quiet, and then like the kills, like with the crunching and all that, like that was very effective because there was no score and that was all you heard, so that was pretty creepy.
Yeah, like the whole movie is like from the killer's point of view, basically, or just like over the shoulder of the killer, and so it was almost like the Friday 13th formula, but it was like more realistic, if anything. Like it felt like we were
more artistic.
It felt like we were really there with Jason. So like there are times, kind of like in that movie Skinamarink, where they were just focusing on a TV.
That's true, yeah.
This movie would do that. They would focus on a tree branch for like 2 minutes. Or they would focus on just
the leaves on the ground.
Yeah, or the killer would be stalking somebody, and we would listen and hear the whole conversation.
From his point of view.
Exactly, and everything was from the point of view. So like when there were characters or campers or somebody in this cast.
In his vicinity,
we kind of found out who they are, what they're talking about from the killer's point of view. So it's kind of like we were like with the killer, like stalking them.
Yeah, like we were hanging out with him.
Yeah, so like that was rad, dude. So they took the Friday 13th formula, the Burning formula, the Sleepaway Camp formula, and they told it to us like in a different way.
Yeah, in like a POV kind of style.
Like Joe Bob says, sure, we've seen it before, but have we seen it like this? And
that's true.
I thought that was pretty creative, but it was familiar.
Yeah.
Creative but familiar. I totally dug it. What backstory? I know we didn't get a lot of dialogue with this whole thing. We didn't get a lot of music, but we did get kind of a backstory on Johnny. Somebody pulled a prank on him, it went wrong.
And then he died. He snapped his neck.
His dad seeked revenge, but then they killed his dad.
Yeah.
So then after his dad died, people started dying off.
Yeah.
The whole fire, the fire department crew, anybody that went around the woods died off. It's the revenge slasher formula we're familiar with,
cool.
which I really liked. And this film was really good at building suspense.
I agree.
Really good. Really good at building suspense.
Like that particular scene when there was a campfire scene where there was a group of people sitting there, and this scene was it was very intense. Wouldn't you agree that certain scene was particularly intense?
Yeah, like the location, it was called White Pines, and what I liked is this film, it was very visually awesome.
Yeah.
The look of the woods, the look of the pond was very cool, but I liked how it went from night back to daytime, back to nighttime, back to daytime. And
got like different times of the day, we kind of mix it up a little bit.
It took place in like 2 or 3 days, it felt like.
Like a holiday weekend or something. Yeah.
One hell of a weekend. Holy shit. Yeah, and I thought we got a good variety of kills.
Yeah, the kills, that is alike. I thought the kills were very brutal, gory, and inventive.
Some of them were off screen, some of them were gory.
Some of them were in your face.
Some of them were overkill. Some of them were flat out like he was
angry.
Dude, he axed the guy, it had to be like 50 times.
I know. His face was like a pancake by the time he was done.
And what about that scene everybody's talking about, the yoga hook scene?
Yeah, that was pretty intense. It reminded me of Hatchet. It reminded me of Victor Crowley.
To me, it wasn't as bad as everybody was saying.
No, it just reminded me of a kill from Hatchet, like a Victor Crowley kill.
They were comparing it to Terrifier 2. I mean, yeah, it went overboard like Terrifier 2.
But it wasn't as long as like the scenes in Terrifier that were like a little too much, you know?
And it sort of looked realistic, unlike Terrifier 2. It kind of like, it wasn't...
It was less like...
And it wasn't gorgeous.
Right? Yeah.
It wasn't like overly gory.
Okay.
But it was brutal. So we got some brutal stuff. We got a decapitation scene with farm equipment. That
was very inventive, yeah.
Like Friday 7, somehow he
was like using the weed whacker to chase after Dr. Cruz.
I feel like Johnny got some, he was
getting some yard work done.
He got some farm equipment, and dude, I love the look of him with that fireman mask.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That mask was really cool. I have to say, I did like the mask. I thought it was very cool and different, while bringing you in and saying, hey, you know this formula and you're gonna like it.
Okay. So what are you complaining about? What's your dislikes?
No character development. I didn't like that there was no character development and no score. While there were parts I appreciated there was no musical score, other parts were very, very, very slow, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that builds suspense.
A big formula. I love horror movies where we kind of differ on certain opinions with certain horror movies, because there are certain horror movies that I really, really love because it's fun, the characters are great, the music's great, that kind of thing, and I just feel like there was something really big missing from this. And I understand it was different and it was supposed to be different. It just really wasn't my kind of thing, and I'm probably not going to watch it again.
I disagree. I felt like there was enough character development, but there wasn't too much. And, I'm a huge Friday the 13th fan, but I do not like the 2009 remake.
I know, yeah.
And part of the reason is I went in there wanting Jason.
More Jason.
And I got this douchebag cast where he's like, you alright, bro?
You good, bro?
Your titties are stupendous. I mean, and it was too much.
Okay.
So I feel like this film...
Took that away.
They got that right, where it was all the killer, and we heard what the killer heard, we saw what the killer saw, and you know what? We got enough of them. There were scenes with them talking, sitting around the campfire.
Yeah.
And to their credit, the campers, I felt like they were talking about stuff that kids today talk about.
Yeah, okay.
Whether it be
I can agree with that.
They were taking selfies. It didn't feel forced. I felt I feel like, if I was...
It was like normal.
Yeah, if I was a little younger, hanging out with my buddies, drinking, that's probably what we'd be talking about, you know?
No, that part was
like
believable.
Banging the chicks at the gas station.
Yeah.
Like, just stupid stuff. Like, I just felt like it was funny. It wasn't like, oh God, this guy's so douchey. Like, you alright, bro?
Yeah.
You alright? I kind of wish the backstory of Johnny was better explained.
Or they would have shown it. That would have been cool.
We kind of had to piece together the backstory. We saw a little bit of a backstory. It was more like a folklore, like a legend. And now, people are dying and we don't know why. I want to know more about Johnny's mom, because, to me, I just want to know more about a backstory. Maybe that's my dislike. I wanted to know more about a backstory.
Okay. Like a Mrs. Voorhees type thing?
I'm hoping there will be a sequel.
Okay.
Oh my God, that would be so great. I think there could be a franchise.
I would check it out, yeah.
Final thoughts, go.
Final thoughts, I'm going to give this 6.5 out of 10 for the cinematography and the kills and the look of the killer. But other than that, it wasn't really my kind of thing, so 6.5 out of 10 for me.
You're wrong.
Okay.
You're just wrong.
I'm wrong.
Holy crap.
What's your score?
It's an 8.
An 8? Okay.
At least. It's an 8. It's an 8 for me. It's a slasher film. It's a modern slasher film in a time when we didn't have really that style of... It's an 80s style slasher film nowadays.
Yeah,
And it was done well. I really think it was done good.
I'm glad you liked it.
And I feel like that they changed the formula where it was familiar but original.
I can appreciate that for sure,
It's a Jason film without ripping off Jason.
Okay.
It was really awesome, really creative. It's at least an 8.
Okay.
It could have been higher if those douchebags in the theater wouldn't stop fucking...
Oh, that is a big dislike. We don't usually go to the theater on a Friday night, prime time, and I thought there was a bunch of teenagers behind us because of how loud. They were talking and laughing and being obnoxiously loud the entire time. It was a group of grown-ass people.
Yeah.
And they were probably our age or older. I was like,
yeah.
What?
I was gonna get ready to George Costanza their ass.
Shut your traps and stop kicking the seat!
Opposite Jerry. Remember that when he's like, shut your trap?
Yeah.
I was getting ready to George Costanza their ass.
That was pretty obnoxious, and it might take away a little bit of my score for the film, to be honest, because I was a little
Once in a
irritable
while,
watching it.
There's people that are not horror fans.
And they go see horror movies.
They just go there to laugh. And
it's really annoying.
I don't mind if they're having fun, but they're laughing when nothing funny is going on.
It was the entire time.
Dude, the killer's walking, and they're like...
Yeah, it was pretty obnoxious, but...
I was about to say something, but that guy behind me was a big frickin' guy.
Yeah, no, we're good.
I didn't want to. I'm weak.
Yeah.
I'm weak.
Oh my goodness. So make sure you guys will comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Have you seen In a Violent Nature? What did you think of it? Are you excited for it to come out?
It's an 8 out of 10.
I give it a 6.5. Rob gives it an 8.
Kaylee is wrong.
Okay, let us know. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Make sure you're hitting the bell to be notified when we drop all of our new horror movie reviews, horror movie trailer breakdowns, that sort of thing. Make sure you're checking out our Spread Shop store. It is on our main YouTube page. Go next to our community tab is our store tab. Click that. It'll take you right to Spread Shop. We have hats and shirts and mugs, that kind of stuff. If you're interested, make sure you check it out. We also have a super thanks option down here. If you want to click it, donate to the channel. We appreciate all of you so much. Thank you so much. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It says most of you who watch our videos who are coming back are not hitting the subscribe button. So make sure you're hitting the subscribe button, guys. It means so much to us. Thank you so much for your support. Just hit it. It's right there. Just hit it. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, I'm Kaylee.
I'm Rob, and we didn't see any boobs.
No, this was not a nude film. Yeah.
That is a dislike.
Yeah, got another dislike in there.
I'm going back to dislike.
Yeah.
Show me some titties.
Yeah. We hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys soon.
Maybe some full frontal male nudity.
Ah, like Revenge on Shudder.
Why not? No, just the titties.
Yeah.
Peace.
That horror couple.
Oh yeah.
That horror couple.
It's us.
That horror couple. That horror couple. And they talk about horror.
Like and subscribe.